I'm just heading up to the creek that I went to about 4 weeks ago in Lapthorne. I think it was about 6 or so weeks ago that I was actually up here. But it's a rainy day. It's not raining just at the moment, but we've had showers come and go, so I'm expecting it to rain later. I'm not really expecting the sun to come out, although the cloud is lightening a little bit from what it was. But I'm realising how unfit I am. This is not a very long walk to get to the place, but it is quite steep. And last time I came, I don't remember it being nearly as difficult as it is this time. I was taking lots of video then of me walking up and back, so I had to kind of walk up and down. And anyway, that's just goes to show what Christmas does for you. Anyway, hoping I'll get some nice conditions. I'm intending to go kind of scouting probably down the creek more, but I might go the other way. I have gone up that way a little bit before, and I think I'm kind of more interested in going down. I've just got a little bit sidetracked and headed up this side road from the trail I was on. It's really steep. I thought the other one was steep. This one's much worse. And it is so humid today. It's got to be close to 100% humidity, I think. And I am sweating so much. It's crazy. But I got lured up here because there was a little bit of mist. It seems to have cleared now, but there was a little bit just hanging around. And the wonderful contrast between the colour of the trunks of these gum trees because they're wet and the wonderful green in here. Now, normally, quite regularly, this area is very dry, but we've just had such a wet summer that the green is kind of bursting out. So I think to kind of get the best in this spot, you need to kind of go for a bit of a wander off track. And because I am planning to go walking through a creek, this is my leg and foot attire, so not really dressed for walking through long grass. Really need to come out here with my boots and long pants and gaiters and stuff to do that, because you could come up to a snake quite easily, and you definitely will come in contact with ticks. Nasty little paralysis ticks, of which I seem to be a bit of a magnet. They do seem to like me. I think about 6 months since I've had one, touch wood, so let's hope. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'll see what I can take up here, and then I'm going to head back down and continue on to my destination. There's a fair bit more water in the creek than when I was here last time, but it also means it's dirtier. It's a lot browner than it was. So yeah, I think I'm just going to continue, have a look further down the creek and see what I can find. So I'm set up for this shot. It's the same tree I was taking a couple of photos of last time, but a different angle this time. So I've got the creek kind of winding past it and then curving away off into the distance. The creek is very brown at the moment. There's not much you can do about that. I can try, not polarizing, but it just kind of blows it out. I think it looks better polarized than it does not. I do really like this tree. Now, obviously, in a in the actual picture, in the 2:3 ratio, there's a little bit more at the top and the bottom. So you see a little bit more of the tree roots kind of going into the scene. I think I might try doing a panorama here as well. So for panorama, you do need to make sure that your tripod is level. Now, most people generally will level the legs and then turn from down there. Now, I don't actually have any sort of bubble level on my legs to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is get the head level, because I've actually got a panning on the top there. And that's actually going to make sure that your horizon is nice and level too. So 2-second timer between each frame. You want to make sure you have at least a third of the image overlapping for stitching. Ideally I tend to probably do at least half, I would say. Now, one of the problems with taking a panorama where the top is level like this is that you can't tilt your camera up or down. You need to get the legs level and tilt around the bottom to be able to do that. I might have a go. So one of the ways, if you don't have a bubble level on your tripod, that you can work out if your tripod legs are level, is to use the level, have a look on here, to use the level that's on your camera. So we can see it's level there, but if you pan to the side, yeah, you can tell it's very not level. It can take a little bit of experimentation to try to get them right. So now you can see I've got the legs level, and as I turn it, it stays green the whole way around. That is what you want. Another thing you always want to remember with panoramas is to put everything into manual mode. You want all your exposure to be manual so that it doesn't change between each frame, and you want to get your focus right and then put that in manual so that doesn't alter between each frame as well. I like this tree. Hello. Ooh. Oh. Hold it. Oh. Oh, yeah. So I found this awesome tree not far down creek from where I was before. But it's in a bit of a tricky spot. All the rocks around here are so slippery. I've taken my shoes off, got slightly better grip with my feet, but even so, it's very precarious. I really like this shape of this tree arching over the water here. So I've come up just to a slightly different spot. So now I'm looking more down the creek here with the tree overhanging, and getting this tree in the side as well as this rock in the foreground. I'm not quite as wide as what this is, but such a lovely spot. The only downside is how slippery it is, and I would say this is probably the one downside I'm finding to the Kase filter system, because it's magnetic, it's incredibly easy to use and to switch them. However, it does mean you can easily knock them off as well. I did slip over just before my camera hit the ground, although actually I think it was the adapter ring that I've got the magnetic lens hood on, so that can just comes off like that. The adapter ring was what hit the ground, and then the filter fell off. Now it's okay, nothing actually happened to it, but same with walking back with this, you can't kind of wander around with that on, because you could easily knock it off. So I think there's probably times, like say in woodland, where things are probably, you're not likely to fall over quite so much, maybe. I don't know, maybe you are. And this stuff will be better. Right here, I'd probably really like to have a fixed lens hood on, that if I did bang my lens and stuff, that gets it. And I'm rambling. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure down this little creek. I've really enjoyed it. I'm loving this tree that I came across. It's so fun going new places where you don't know what's around the corner, and then coming across really great little subjects like this. Now, if you haven't seen the last time I was here, it was only a few weeks ago, but I had a bit of a stuff up with using my camera. I hadn't done long exposures before with it, and was getting a bit confused. Make sure you check that out. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all next time.